Been meaning to make this review for several months, and with the end of the year fast approaching, I decided to finally gather my thoughts and give you my opinion on this weird specimen of a show. Now I usually go for the harem edgy tag,
Of course they did.
but somehow this title also caught my eye. We have quite a fine-looking female as the focus of the show, and the frequent fanservice add even more flavor to this delicious anime.
No way!
Why is it delicious, you may ask? Well, that's because its premise is all about enjoying sugar and any other kind of sweets. And by that statement, I also include women. Nothing in this life pleases me more than candy and eye candy. Dagashi has them both packed tightly into one package of delicious media. Sadly, we also have a weak harem-like protagonist to follow.
Huh?
I mean,
But the show was smart enough to give us more than enough screen time, showing the ladies interact with each other. Now this is more of a slice of life kind of show, and by that I can firmly say Dagashi is a strong representative of the genre. Not much action takes place in this remote village, while Higurashi has the same premise, and also delivers on the killing. Here we get to witness a bunch of teenagers enjoy their summer, while also consuming questionable sorts of candy.
Do I even want to know?
At first I was reluctant to try this show. I'm more of an action fantasy kind of guy, and edgy. Oh yeah. I like that sugar. But yeah, I got to see some clips from the show, and it surprised me on how dirty and fanservice focused certain moments were.
why ruin that?
I guess.
Oh,
The show does not pull any punches when it comes to subliminal messages and other alluring stuff. I think it adds to its character, the way it so skillfully added a bit of perversion alongside the desire for eating sugar. They are kinda connected, if I may say so myself. My life has always felt more fulfilled whenever I had my dose of chocolate and virtual to the women. I'm basically stuffing my face with candy while making harmame reviews. It feels amazing. So the premise of Dagashi is that some hot chick with big boobs is on a quest to recruit a certain candy shop owner for her company.
good. Can I please speak to Yo?
He just stepped out. So do you, know my dad?
As luck has it, the main character is the very son of the obscure shop owner, and he encounters her as she approaches their place.
Can I ask you something?
From here on out, the anime goes for the standard cliche of having the story be stretched on a simple premise. You see, the only way Hotaro could recruit Yo for her family business is if Kokonotsu accepts his heritage and agrees to take over his father's store.
And until my son takes over as the 9th owner, I can't yield. I'll stay strong.
Stop with the guilt trip. I said no.
The protagonist, namely Kokonotsu, is not that interested in inheriting his family business. Therefore, Hotaro joins forces with Yo in the hopes of convincing him to accept his destiny and manage the small candy store.
You want some potato fries?
Yes, that'd be lovely.
What the? I'm so lost.
The protagonist is interested in making manga for a living, however, and I know it's weird to say this, considering that I'm trying to establish a presence on YouTube with some reviews, but being a manga creator is gonna ruin his life, more so than tending a small, remote village candy store. On one hand, being a manga artist means you will be broke for eternity and have no free time, even on Christmas. I tried my hand to accomplish the same dream, but felt miserable, just like I did with everything else in my life.
It's time to grow up!
I'll choose my own job. I'm going to make manga, okay?
On the other hand, on a more optimistic side, if he tends to the shop, Kokonotsu will have the opportunity to spend more time with his childhood friend, Saya. Kokonotsu and Saya go way back, to the time they were children playing doctor with each other.
Master Saya! I've got it! You should work with Kokonotsu at his family shop! What? What did you say?
Even back then, you could easily see that Saya has a major crush on the main character. It's kind of nice to see her stay interested in him, as they're both teenagers and ready for baby making.
This night is the best night ever!
Sadly, the show does not go that far, or anywhere, with their relationship for that matter, because I suspect Kokonotsu likes Hotaru more, based on the fact that she resembles the girl he used to softly draw in his manga.
Is this place the Shikara Dagashi?
We get a classic love triangle, so to say. I mean, Kotaro ends up really admiring Saya, even calls her master, with her skill in every challenge they partake.
Amazing.
By the end of the show, we even get a bit of a hint towards Hotaru's feeling regarding Saya. It was purely for fanservice and comedy purposes though, but still, Saya was a bit shocked by the revelation.
Are you ready to see how love tastes? Well,
She never considered Hotaru might be that interested in her. I like this lesbian tension.
you get what I mean?
As near the end of the anime, it shows how the creators understand our perversion and want to offer us as much spank material as possible.
Boys are weird.
Again and again, we'll be popular friends.
What got me impressed is I do very much enjoy every Hotaru and Saya moment, even when they simply interact with each other. Also, something else I appreciate in this situation is how Saya is not jealous of Hotaru for being interested in Kokonotsu.
Does Hotaru have a crush on coconuts after all?
Hey. Yeah?
Even if her intentions are romantic. A lesser female would have felt threatened by intrusion in his personal life. I like Saya's eyes, by the way. Few anime girls have such small iris, as are more or less bewitched by the big moe eye of shonen. But for a girl like Saya, the expression only adds to her clueless and naive personality.
Am I tying her up?
What? Tying her up?
Forgive me, please!
Those eyes do something to her character, and her body is otherwise amazing. Sure, she ain't as thick and voluptuous as Hotaru, probably because she does not consume such large quantities of sugar,
Yeah, I somehow highly doubt that, but whatever.
but still slender and tall is the way to go for me.
Pale skin, almond eyes, a tall, slender build. But that wasn't all.
Also want to mention Saya's brother. He's the perfect in the show. See, Dagashi follows a very similar to harem anime structure. Weak and insecure protagonist, a voluptuous main chick, a childhood friend, and a perverted bestie.
Witness its divine purpose!
The only thing missing to make this an official harem would be a loli and a tsundere. Again, this is what makes this show so unique and interesting for me, despite the weird and unengaging premise. For someone who is way too familiar with the harem genre, this comes as very close and yet still innovative and fun. I respect shows that manage to balance the number of boys and girls involved. It requires a lot of skill and talent to pull off, considering these narrative odds. Or should I say, it takes a lot of effort to pull out from equal representation. You get it? Pull out? Okay, I will someday stop with these immature jokes. I like the simplicity of the anime. It's so refreshing to have a story so basic and yet so filled with character development and comedy sketches. Sometimes I feel like not focusing that much on what I'm watching, and whenever I feel stressed or upset, I usually go for these type of shows. Dagashi has become one of my favorite anime. Not only does it have interesting characters, fun moments, and innovative ideas, it also delivers with a fan service, which for a show that is not advertised as an ecchi, this is an incredibly pleasant surprise. When I play little games or talk about candy, I get kinda bored, but I'm still captivated by the cool and colorful characters Dagashi presents. Also, I just love what they did for the dub version when it comes to Hotaru.
You're right on target, Master. As you may already know, this snack is called Watapachi.
Her accent is gold. I give Dagashi an 8 out of 10. I like this anime. It is as good as the premise would have allowed.
Well, I suppose I'll wait at the shop with Master Saya then.
Cool.